Hey there, folks. So I heard a term today that I'd never heard before, but I get it, you know. The term is social usefulness. Social usefulness. So somewhere in this insane world that we live in, you know, at a hospital, more than likely, are people who will decide who is socially useful and needs to be saved and deserves medical treatment from the COVID virus, and who does not have enough social usefulness to be treated. And, you know, it's really insane to think about that. It's insane to think that there are groups of bureaucrats or possibly doctors who decide whether you are of value to society, whether the assets that you possess within your personal being deserve to be treated for the COVID virus, or if you're just gonna have to tough it out. Basically, there are gonna be protocols, if they don't already have protocols in place, that say, you're this age, you have this underlying condition, but you have this education, you get treated. You're this age, you have this underlying health condition, but you don't have that education, you have to go die. You know, that's the society that we live in now. We live in a society where certain individuals have taken it upon themselves to decide whether you have enough value to society to be worth saving. And if you're deemed socially unuseful, they won't put resources towards helping you. And the part that's utterly fucked up about this is that people are deprived of the opportunities to become socially useful. So, you know, if you were born into the wrong zip code, or if you were born the wrong gender or the wrong race, then you can be deprived of the opportunities that would potentially allow you to be socially useful. It's really difficult to break the cycle of poverty, and it's not an accident. And terms like social usefulness, they hinge on the measurements that are created by a broken society. So our education system is inherently racist. Our health system is inherently racist. It's horribly, horribly racist. Our justice system is racist. Our banking system is racist. So we have all of these institutions that deprive people of color of the opportunity to be socially useful. And now they're not socially useful. That can be used as an excuse to let them die. Is that crazy or what? So, you know, to me, it's like the most extreme example of how our class system gives wealthy people, yet again, advantage. Not only does it give them an advantage, it gives them an opportunity to survive this virus. Like, this virus is killing people. It's already over 14,000 people who have died from this virus. And now they're going to start prioritizing people who are socially useful. And let's be honest, like, you know, you can tell how socially useful a person is by how much money they have. You can tell how socially useful a person is by which sort of credentials they have. You can tell how socially useful a person is by what sort of bank balance they have. And, those are going to be the criteria that are used to decide who they let die. So, if you didn't get your master's degree, then you might not get a ventilator. When they're handing out ventilators, they might give one to the person who has a master's, but the person who has a bachelor's, not socially useful enough. Oh, you got your bachelor's in as a nurse's aide, socially useful. We can definitely use that. Oh, you got your bachelor's in Greek history, not socially useful. You're gonna have to figure out how to survive on your own. I don't even know how to put it into words, but basically, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off because the class war has been taken to its logical end. It's been taken to the point where people of a certain class will get medicine, will get treatment, will be able to survive the virus, and other people from a lower class who didn't have access to education won't have access to medicine. They won't have access to it. You won't even be given an opportunity to get the treatments because the people who are socially useful will need to have those treatments first. And if you're just a drain on society, then the society's better off without you. That's where we're at. That's where we're at right now in the world. Maybe not the world, but certainly in the United States. And it just gets under my skin, It's an example of why politicians maintain this status quo, because they know that they are socially useful and they know that their benefit to society is such that when the ventilators are being handed out, they will get one. But the people who are poor, people who are unhoused, to the people who are uneducated, people who are already sick, not socially useful. So society will have to just turn a blind eye and let them die. Those are the calls being made by people in power right now in our country. And I'm disgusted by it. I'm totally disgusted by it because it doesn't make sense from a humanitarian standpoint. It doesn't make sense from a human standpoint. And, I am not socially useful. So as a result of that, when they're deciding who's going to get the ventilator, I have a pretty strong feeling that I'm not going to be one of those people. I don't have advanced degrees. I don't have any degrees. But, just have to do the best I can and see if I can somehow survive. So anyway, with all that said, I'll let you guys go. I do appreciate you taking the time to tune in. I hope you have a great rest of your day out there, and I'll talk with you again very soon.